From the moment the USS Theodore Roosevelt cuts through the ocean, it represents far more than steel, jet fuel, and firepower. It is a floating city, a moving airbase, and a symbol of American naval power that can project influence anywhere in the world at a moment's notice. Named after the 26th President of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt, a man known for his belief in strong naval power and the phrase, "Speak softly and carry a big stick," this aircraft carrier truly lives up to that legacy. Commissioned in 1986, CVN-71 has spent decades shaping history, responding to crises, and demonstrating what modern naval warfare looks like on a global scale. The USS Theodore Roosevelt is a Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, one of the largest warships ever built. Stretching over 1,092 feet in length and displacing more than 100,000 tons when fully loaded, it is longer than 3 football fields placed end-to-end. Its massive flight deck is a constant hive of activity, where fighter jets, electronic warfare aircraft, helicopters, and support planes launch and recover day and night, in nearly all weather conditions. This deck is not just a runway, it is a battlefield in motion, where precision, discipline, and timing determine success or failure. At the heart of the carrier lies its nuclear propulsion system. Powered by 2 nuclear reactors, the USS Theodore Roosevelt can operate for more than 20 years without refueling. This gives it virtually unlimited range, allowing it to remain at sea for months at a time, limited mainly by food supplies and the endurance of its crew. This capability makes the carrier one of the most strategically valuable assets in the U.S. Navy, able to appear in regions of tension without reliance on foreign bases or ports. The air wing aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt is where its true power is unleashed. Typically consisting of around 60 to 70 aircraft, the carrier air wing includes F/A-18 Super Hornet fighter jets, EA-18G Growlers for electronic warfare, E-2 Hawkeye airborne early warning aircraft, and various helicopters for search and rescue, logistics, and anti-submarine warfare. Together, these aircraft provide the carrier with the ability to conduct air superiority missions, precision strikes, intelligence gathering, and defensive operations across vast distances. Life aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt is intense, demanding, and highly structured. The ship carries a crew of more than 5,000 sailors and airmen, including the ship's company and the air wing personnel. It functions like a small city at sea, complete with kitchens, medical facilities, workshops, gyms, and even a shipboard newspaper. Every sailor has a role, and every role is essential. From pilots and engineers to cooks and electricians, the carrier operates around the clock, driven by teamwork and discipline. One of the most iconic aspects of the USS Theodore Roosevelt is its role in combat operations. Over the years, it has participated in numerous major military campaigns and deployments. During Operation Desert Storm in the early 1990s, the carrier launched combat sorties against Iraqi targets, contributing significantly to coalition air operations. It has also supported missions in Afghanistan and Iraq during the global war on terror, providing sustained air power to troops on the ground far inland from the sea. The carrier's presence alone can alter the course of events. When the USS Theodore Roosevelt enters a region, it sends a powerful message of deterrence and reassurance. Allies see it as a sign of commitment and protection, while adversaries recognize the immense capabilities it brings. This concept, often referred to as presence, is a core element of U.S. naval strategy, and CVN-71 has played that role countless times across the Pacific, Middle East, and beyond. Training and readiness are constant priorities aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt. The crew regularly conducts drills simulating combat scenarios, emergencies, and damage control situations. Flight operations are rehearsed repeatedly to ensure that launches and recoveries are executed with precision. Even a small mistake on the flight deck can have catastrophic consequences, which is why every movement, hand signal, and procedure is standardized and strictly enforced. Modernization has kept the USS Theodore Roosevelt relevant in an era of rapidly evolving threats. Throughout its service life, the carrier has undergone multiple refits and upgrades, including improvements to radar systems, communication networks, defensive weapons, and flight deck technologies. These upgrades ensure that the ship can operate seamlessly alongside newer vessels and adapt to emerging challenges such as cyber warfare, advanced missile threats, and electronic attacks. The defensive systems aboard the carrier are designed to protect it from a wide range of threats. While the carrier relies heavily on its escort ships, including cruisers and destroyers, it is also equipped with its own close-in weapon systems and missile defenses. These systems are the last line of defense against incoming missiles or aircraft, reinforcing the layered protection provided by the carrier strike group. The USS Theodore Roosevelt is also known for its humanitarian missions and disaster response efforts. Aircraft carriers are uniquely suited for these operations due to their medical facilities, helicopters, and ability to generate power and fresh water. When natural disasters strike coastal regions, the carrier can provide immediate aid, deliver supplies, and support rescue operations, showcasing a softer but equally important side of naval power. One of the most challenging periods in the ship's recent history came during the global COVID-19 pandemic. In 2020, the USS Theodore Roosevelt faced a major outbreak among its crew while deployed in the Pacific. The situation drew worldwide attention and tested the resilience, leadership, and adaptability of the Navy. Despite the difficulties, the carrier eventually returned to operational status, demonstrating the determination and professionalism of its crew under unprecedented circumstances. The legacy of the USS Theodore Roosevelt is built not only on missions and deployments, but on the people who have served aboard it. Thousands of sailors have called this carrier home, forging lifelong bonds through shared hardship and purpose. For many, service on CVN-71 is a defining chapter of their lives, filled with moments of pride, sacrifice, and achievement. As the USS Theodore Roosevelt continues its service, it stands as a bridge between generations of naval warfare. It embodies lessons learned from past conflicts while adapting to the demands of modern and future battlefields. In an age of advanced missiles, drones, and cyber threats, the aircraft carrier remains a central pillar of U.S. military strategy, and CVN-71 remains one of its most formidable representatives. Every time its aircraft roar off the flight deck and vanish into the horizon, they carry with them the weight of history and the promise of protection. The USS Theodore Roosevelt is more than a ship, it is a symbol of readiness, resolve, and reach. Wherever it sails, it reminds the world that the sea remains a domain of power, and that this floating fortress stands ready to answer the call, anytime and anywhere.